What you found there?
This is the machine that I've been wondering what it was the entire time we've been here. Today we found out. It is the machine that we need to screen sand. Blast media.
Yay!
You're gonna want to watch out though.
Oh.
Because this is coming right where you are.
I'm Taryn, this is Logan, and this is Max. Our life rarely goes as planned, and this story is no different. But we are determined to rebuild our beautiful steel boat, even stronger than she was before. And we're bringing you along with us. Last week we showed you our homemade sand blaster. But before we could use it, we needed to screen all of the sand that we were going to use for sandblasting. That's what that contraption is all about. Of course, it wasn't as simple as just grabbing something out of the shop. Pieces needed to be fabricated, repurposed, and replaced in order for the screener to function. We found a metal frame in the bush to attach the frame Logan had found in the mezzanine, so we could get the screener steady and sturdy enough to actually do the job. Next, the motor for shaking the screener needed to be wired up. But of course, that didn't go quite to plan.
I am going to do this with a glove because I'm a little bit scared of this contraption.
Jesus.
No!
What happened? That was quick. What's wrong?
There's something. This motor might be toast. Just buzzes when you turn it on.
Didn't move at all, it just buzzed?
Yeah.
Aww.
Which means we either have it wired wrong, or it's shorted, or the motor itself is toast.
Luckily, there was another one kicking around and it seemed to work just fine.
But that seems to work.
Sweet.
Means we have to weld this motor onto this mount and attach this guy onto that shaft, which they look the same.
So we welded the new motor onto the old motor bracket and then put it back on the screener.
Max, come here! Hi! Hi! Oh, hi. You're not supposed to bonk your head on the lens, bud. Come here! Works pretty well, though.
Yeah, look at all that crap that got filtered out. Now what does this stuff look like?
Oof. Smells like dusty.
It's not too bad.
No. What you doing there, handsome guy?
Logan brought over the buckets of blasting medium. And then it was time to screen it all.
We are going to try and blast today, so we've got to get this stuff all prepped and ready to go. Set everything up, build ourselves a fort, and we are either going to blast today or tomorrow.
What do you have to do to get ready to blast?
Well, we have to contain the water and sand, and try and not get a ton of water in here because it doesn't dry out. Because the humidity here is crazy, so nothing really dries until the summertime. Yeah, I brought this guy out just to check and see And it was nice and sunny out this morning. Now it's not. But we're sitting just below 60% humidity right now. Yeah, so we got to set up a like a catchment system for the water wherein it drains out of the chain locker. And then we'll have to let the sand settle out and then get rid of the water. Dry the sand again.
To reuse it.
Yeah, and then run it back through the thing.
The sifty machine.
Yeah, run it back through the sifter. And we also have to set up a big tarp over top of the whole thing so that it's not, because as soon as you blast any surface with that being like, I don't know, over 2,000 psi with like 7 gallons per minute, I think is what this pump is putting out, something like that. It's a lot of water. It just goes everywhere. So we got to totally enclose an area up there. And yeah, and hopefully we can blast this and get it ready for paint. I don't think we'll paint today, but we might be able to paint tomorrow. We're expecting a storm today.
No, tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, so tonight and tomorrow it's supposed to be a big storm rolling through. So it's not the most ideal time to be doing this, but we have to at least get it prepped.
We added this tape around the locker drains in hopes that it would help direct the water to where we wanted it to go, and then encapsulated the entire locker in a poly tent. And that was it. She was ready for blasting. Today is the exciting day when we finally get to blast the chain locker. So we kind of set it all up 2 days ago, and then yesterday there was such crazy winds that it was supposed to be pouring rain the whole day. It wasn't. It was just super windy, but we didn't want to deal with it with the weather being crappy. So today is the day. We've got it all tarped off, the pressure washer hooked up, we've got the tank hooked up for the sand, the compressor's on. So we're almost ready to go, and this is going to be very exciting because once this is blasted, then we can put a coat of paint on after we put another primer thingy on. And then we can weld the deck back on.
That's not fully correct. We need to blast, dry it, clean it with a cleaner / prep liquidy stuff.
Primerish thing.
Yeah, it's like a acid solution.
Hold on.
And then we have to wash that acid solution off, scrub it, wash it again, dry it, and then we can paint.
Yay!
So it's gonna be a long day.
So that's today.
We were planning on drying everything with fans and a tiger torch. Well, hopefully it goes well. We'll see.
We also set up collection barrels under the boat for catching water from the blasting process.
There.
How'd that go that first round?
No, we're not out of sand. We're just plugged up.
Crap.
Yeah. It's going good though. Like it's really taking off the everything. It's a little bit messy. I'm glad I have a hood. I started blasting without my hood, and it just like my hair is full of grit. I need like a spray bottle I can squirt my face with though, because
Can't see?
I can't see anything.
Logan was geared up with a full rain suit and a full face respirator, and that combo seemed to work fairly well for keeping him clean and breathing. The biggest problem we had during this process was the blasting medium wearing a hole in the hose. We went through all the blasting medium we had and quite a bit of water. The sand needed to be spread out on sheets and tarps in the sun in order to be dried out for future use. Once the blasting was finished, it was time for the poly tarp to come off. The locker was washed out again with fresh water. And the propane torch came out to get rid of any moisture left on the steel.
You're done! You
I
did it!
am.
How does it feel?
It feels dirty.
Yeah.
No, it feels really good to get that done. I mean, my body doesn't feel good. My back is toast.
But it turned out pretty much how you expected?
It turned out really good. I'm really happy with the blaster and with how we prepped everything and all of that stuff.
That took like 8 hours.
Yeah, to blast one little tiny chain locker.
Thought it'd be faster than that, hey?
Well, I thought we would be 2 hours. Man, was I kidding myself.
Yeah.
But we also set out tarps to dry the sand. We used way more sand than I thought we were going to use.
We also had to like figure out how to use the sandblaster properly and a bunch of other finagling stuff.
Yeah, we didn't know how to set the flow rate of sand. And like it's all just ball valves and they're all really old and worn out. We figured it out. It worked really, really good. The power washer worked awesome. Mm-hmm. Like that thing was insane. I don't know if it's meant to put out 2000 psi continuous, but it did.
Thanks so much for watching. In real time, we have just finished half of our deck replacement, but to find out more about that, you can join us on Patreon. See you next week.